family, God bless you. Wherever you are tuning in across the world, you are watching and tuning in to another exciting show of Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, I'll tell you, we have another exciting show, great information. We're bringing this platform to you by way of a good person, beautiful woman who is advocating for the less fortunate. She is a woman of many titles. And let me tell you, she ain't no joke. Her name is Carolyn Brown. She is proprietor of In-Home Senior Care Services. She is actually what they call a certified senior care manager, and she is a busy woman. We're also going to tap into something very critical to our servicemen and women. Thank you for your service. There is a service. There is an entitlement to you for your service called Veteran Aid and Attendance Benefit. So what we're going to do is we're going to introduce our guest. We're going to just learn who she is because she's a very busy woman, but she is in place to serve the community at large. We're not just talking about veterans and female veterans, male and female. We're also we're not specifically going to entitle our show for our servicemen and women. There is also another unique part called in-home services. They do it all. So we're going to hear about that as well. So welcome to Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard. How are you, Miss Carolyn?
I'm very well. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy to be with you.
Woohoo! We made it. First of all, let me just put a shout out because Miss Carolyn thought she wasn't part of the digital age, and she is all here today. So we gonna take that myth out the way. You are part of the digital age, and we thank you. So, Carolyn Brown,
yes,
tell us about your title and your career background, because you got RN, LN, HA, CSCM. What does all of that mean?
It means, as you said, I'm busy and I spent way too long in school. First of all, I'd like to say good afternoon, and I'm extremely excited to be able to talk with you today. Thank you so much. And as Ms. Claire said, I work and proprietor of In-Home Senior Care Services, and I'm a specialist in that area. I'd like to consider myself a specialist in that area, and I'd like to think of myself as a jack of many trades. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a licensed nursing home administrator, a certified senior care manager, and a graduate of a couple of degree programs, which I am proud of. But all of that has culminated to bring me here today to assist the community and to help our veterans. Throughout my career, I've worked for, I'd say, the last 20 years with clients and families whose lives have been changed through some type of major life event. That life event may have been a healthcare challenge. It may have been a stroke. It may have been a heart attack, death of a loved one, major accident, an amputation. But whatever it was, it severely affected their ability to either care for themselves and or one of their loved ones. And so sometimes, though, with a little bit of a modification and some help in the home, a person can still live safely in their home and not necessarily end up in a long-term care facility.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead, Ms. Carolyn.
Okay, so
what I want to say is this. I didn't start the show, but I'm going to do it this way. We're going to greet everybody in the spirit because we are still living through this pandemic. And it's been one. And it continues to be. Praise God. We now have vaccine. We're going through that process. But I want to pull you into current, where we are right now. How challenging was it to still know that your clients needed your services? And as we mark today, March 11th, was when the cities and the states officially shut down. So how did you work through that process? And what's the steps that you took to keep your clients safe and still provide them the quality of care that you do?
Well, it has been an extremely difficult process. It has been, but we have offered services we try to do through Skype or Zoom. But unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it, some of our clients are not very tech savvy. Some people have refused services because they're afraid to have people come into their home. But we also provide our caregivers with PPE, PPE. I'm getting the acronym wrong. So masks, gowns, gloves, whatever they need to keep the client safe, and we encourage them to wear those items while in the home, taking care of the clients if they're allowed to come in. Mm-hmm. Sometimes some clients have decided to wait for services and hopefully have one of their family members take care of them if possible. So we're still navigating those challenges, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. So for your workers, we know we touchy-feely. Mm-hmm. It has been one. And I think about those who have clients who they have great relationships with, and then to be pulled away. And then, where are we at this point? So now that we are getting a little bit of a green light, what have been the testimonies that you can share that you survived? Because there are so many organizations that had to shut down, doors closed, we're not coming back, don't even think about it, thank you for your business, and we going on. So how did you survive through that?
Well, we also provide a lot of patient education as to for our caregivers, so that they know how to keep themselves safe. Yeah. And when they go, the client and also their families. I like to think of the education that we provide as far as standard precautions, universal precautions like hand washing, how to appropriately wear your mask and gown, because some people think that you just put on a gown or put on a gloves, but you have to put them on properly, take them off properly, so as not to spread the disease or the germ around. How to keep yourself safe, the caregiver safe. When I say self, what I'd like to really say is that these trainings not only are they good for patient care, they can carry these same ideas and information into their homes, their private lives, to help teach their family members how to stay safe. Yeah. Because we might be in a pandemic and a lot of it is respiratory, but our clients are struggling with a lot of different issues. You may have someone who has a wound infection. You want to make sure that you're safe in handling any type of discharge that family member doesn't know about, how to appropriately care for that. So our teaching goes far beyond just the client that's in home. It also extends to their to the caregiver's private life, and we hope that when they stay with us, it allows them to build on their knowledge base and grow professionally.
Let me say, that's why we're going to be friends, because there is nothing more important than educating the community. Mm-hmm. It's one thing to come into the community and say, oh, choose me. I mean, there are multiple in-home care services. Yes, but the training advocacy part is the biggest part of it, because it's ongoing. It's aftercare. It's just like when they say in the car business, it's service after the sale. You still have to keep me knowledgeable. You still need to be retrained. And one of the things that I was going to suggest, I'm just putting it out there, God gave me this moment. There are a lot of church ministries. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we still have the nurses in the churches, but they should be trained through your organization or through in-home care services, I believe, because you provide a skill level and you come in with empathy that they just can't get at any other place. So that's just something I put out there. We're going to find out how to get to that.
Excellent idea. I like it. I like it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this phenomenal, oh my goodness, so underutilized service called Veterans Aid and Attendance Benefit. So everyone stay tuned. We'll be right back here on Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard. Oh, I said that's so country. I'm so sorry. But here's a message from our Cook County Treasurer. Everyone stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Maria Pappas, Cook County Treasurer. Property taxes are due March 2nd, but there's no late fee through May 3rd. Go to cookcountytreasurer.com, put in your street address to pay online, search for $76 million in double payments and $46 million in missing exemptions. See if your property is on the tax sale delinquency list. Put in your address at cookcountytreasurer.com.
316 Magazine is committed to providing our readers with entertainment, news, and fashion that reflect their way of living. We are proud to promote and list the churches and artists that make a difference in our community. Subscribe now. Go to www.316.com.
Or call now 1-800-967-7709.
The place to be seen is 316 Magazine. You need to get yours today.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard, your resource and information show for people getting better with age. Well, the Cook County Treasurer is making it known that there are some seniors who have overpaid in taxes. So please pay attention and go to cookcountytreasurer.com to see what you are owed. I'm telling you, we were at a point where we were over $70 million owed to some of our beloved seniors and communities of the city of Chicago, Cook County, who needed money. A lot of people overpaid, so check them out, Cook County Treasurer. And 316 Magazine is one of our gospel publications. Very soon there will be a Senior Talk page in that publication. He is online now, but they distribute to over 200 churches. So that's a lot of people. So we got some ground to cover. So welcome back. Let me tell you, Miss Carolyn Brown, she a bad chick. And I'm very excited because her knowledge base is what we need, and we're missing that in our community. So let's talk about the Veteran Aid and Attendance Benefit. From my understanding, it is, I don't even want to talk, you know the rules and the regulations. So tell us about this benefit. Why are we underutilizing it? How can we access it more into our communities and all the good stuff that comes with it?
Okay, well, I'd like to begin with one statement or comment that everybody should ask themselves whether they're a veteran or not, because the whole community needs enlightenment and information. The first question I think anyone should ask is, are you safe at home, or am I safe at home? And we spend a lot of money. One second. We spend a lot of money securing our homes from outside advances, cameras, security guards, security cameras, and everything. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of things we are at jeopardy or at the possibility of being harmed inside of the home because of a fall. We may not have even realized that, especially if you're living alone and you don't have a lot of family support. You might be a fall risk. So that's the first question that we want to ask. Then the second question that's more in line to this benefit is, are you or someone you know a veteran or a surviving spouse of a veteran? Now, there are approximately 68% of seniors admitted to nursing home facilities that have had a fall. And before entering the facility, that's what necessitated them going into a long-term care facility, possibly after a hip replacement surgery, a broken leg, or whatever. And then you also want to ask the veteran or his or her spouse may want to ask, do you worry about falling while doing everyday tasks around your house, bathing, cleaning, meal preparation? Does your spouse or do you need some help in those areas? And also, do you feel safe driving? Another area you might want to ask yourself is, do you have a balanced diet with tasty and well-prepared meals? And now the reason that's important, to be honest with you, a lot of seniors, unfortunately, eat what's available to them. And sometimes that's fast food. Now, as much as I like fast food, a steady diet of it is not good, especially if you have other comorbidities such as high blood sugars, and some people say you have sugar, which is diabetes, or high blood pressure, because the prepared foods or foods from fast food places are a lot of times high in salt and high in sugar. And you might be taking medication, but then you're also counteracting those medications because you're eating with a poor diet. And then lastly is, do you miss doing some of the things that you used to like to do? For example, today's gorgeous outside. Do you want to get outside to the park? Can you no longer do that safely because you fear falling? So that's one thing we want to talk about.
Wow. So let me go back to one thing. You said Over 60%.
68% of seniors that are in nursing homes get there as a result of probably a fall in the home. Something that necessitated them. They either broke a bone, and you've heard that commercial, I fall and I can't get up.
Yeah.
That's quite true. They slipped in the bathtub. They slipped on the way to the bathroom at night. They stumbled and fell. Things that we don't always consider when you want to, that we should consider, I should say, do I need some assistance in the home? Maybe somebody to watch. A lot of times people think it's a bad thing, but it can help you be safe in your own environment.
You are so right. We ain't the first to say, hey, I need help. And we sometimes we count it as a community as an embarrassment. And it should not be. Let's be very clear. I mean, there's somebody out there always, as my auntie says, there's somebody else worse than you. So don't be afraid. If there are services available to you, at least call and get the information, become knowledgeable, because if it's not for you, maybe you could pass it on to someone else. But I really am, I'm so sincere about our community being open to services and resources that they are entitled to. So you're absolutely right. So what we're going to do is we got a quick excerpt because we want you to get more into the Veteran Aid and Attendance Benefit. And I pulled something off of, I think from the Veterans Administration, but everyone stay tuned and we're going to dive right into our conversation.
Aid and attendance, which we also refer to as ANA, is a part of special monthly pension. And it is for a person that is so helpless as to require the attendance of another person in performing the activities of daily living. Veterans and surviving spouses who meet the criteria for basic pension, they can then qualify for aid and attendance if they are so helpless as to require additional assistance in their daily activities of living. If they are bedridden to the extent that it's apart from prescribed convalescent or treatment, and then also if they meet the impaired vision criteria, or if they, because of their status as a patient in a nursing home due to mental or physical incapacity. Some examples of activities of daily living could be feeding, could be dressing, going to the bathroom, things of that nature. Just to give a quick example of hazards of your daily environment can be that you have a tendency to fall, and you may need someone for assistance for that aspect, or you could have a problem using certain devices or appliances in your home, such as a stove. You may have a tendency to burn yourself or, just need assistance. When you apply, you want to submit additional evidence that you would have received from an attending physician, preferably, that actually states your need for this additional aid and attendance benefit.
Well, the video was good. However, she was a little deep. Sometimes it's not all that dramatic.
Exactly.
Some people just need additional care.
Exactly.
And what I want you to share with us as someone who works in in-home care or homemaker services, I want you to explain what that means. I mean, we're not breaking down and beyond, come on. But you know what I'm saying? Help me, Miss Carolyn. Help me out because I'm about to
I am so delighted that you asked for a little bit of clarification. The video is good, but it makes you, to me, it seems as though you really had to be very bad off before you could qualify for some services.
Right.
And that is not quite the case.
Thank you.
Now, of course, you cannot be running a marathon and bench pressing 200 and 300 pounds, you probably do not qualify. And if you do that, if you're able to do that, we need to talk because I need to get into better shape. Okay. So, but one of the things that the video didn't specify, this particular benefit is for veterans who are 65 years of age and older.
Okay.
That is primary. And at the end, what is so lovely about this benefit is also extended to their spouses.
That's right. That's right.
That I don't think that was brought up at all on the video.
You may have to take that one out, but anyway, you're right. But also too, what I understand is that this benefit is entitled to veterans as well as their spouses, and then it doesn't affect what they currently may have. It may be an additional service. Is that correct?
That is correct up until a point. But let me just break some things down. Now, when I say a veterans, we're talking about 65 years and older. So, and they're veterans of a couple of wars. So it's not the younger veterans. That you have to be 65 years old. Now, I'll give an example. If you're a male veteran and you're 65, but your spouse is not 65, but does need in-home care services, that spouse will still qualify because everything is based on what the veteran, his or her eligibility.
Okay.
So the veteran would have to have been a veteran of World War II, and those dates of service have to be between December 1941 and December 1946.
Oh, yeah.
Now, and believe it or not, we still have some service people around who are, in their 90s and whatnot that could qualify for this benefit.
That's right. They're getting better with age. We still got people getting better with age.
So, and this is the end. Also for the Korean War, the dates of service have to be in June, not in 1950 to January 1955. For the Vietnam War, it gets a little bit dicey. You have had the veteran has to have had boots on the ground from February 1961 to August 1964, boots on the ground. But if they didn't have boots on the ground, then their eligibility period would be September 1964 to May of 1975, in or out of Vietnam.
Okay.
And then for the Gulf War, 1990 to present. Now, a couple caveats that I want to mention: that you have to have served during wartime. Doesn't mean you had to carry a rifle. Doesn't mean you had to be in combat, but you had to have been in active duty during those time periods.
Wow.
Okay. And also you have to have received an honorable discharge.
Gotcha.
Okay. Those are the things that are very, very important. Now, as I said, the spouse can qualify, or the surviving spouse, because sometimes the spouse might have, the veteran may have passed on, but the surviving spouse can still get benefits if he or she remained married up until the end of their life.
Okay. Now, here we are. People are hearing this information and they're interested. I know a lot of people, even through this COVID process, a lot of veterans who now they're opening up the vaccines to servicemen and women as well, those who are and older Americans. Does a veteran have to have his DD 214 forms? What's that process? What's that enrollment process to receive those benefits?
Okay, I'm so happy you asked. Either myself, for example, yes, they do have an answer to your question. Yes, they do. But we have the ability to obtain that. Now, either myself, if they call the number listed, either myself or one of my members is happy to meet with that particular veteran or the family member in their home. And there are 8 questions that we could ask right up front to see if they would initially qualify to receive the benefit. The first question that we're going to ask is, are they a veteran? Of course. Living spouse or surviving spouse of a veteran 65 and older. That's the first question. The second question we're going to ask, and by us going out to see you, we can also determine that through our in-person assessment, are you in need of assistance to maintain your activities of daily living? The third question that we're going to try to ascertain is that there is a monthly spending. Are you, as the couples, getting $3,000, or single vet $2,200, or surviving spouse $2,000 in monthly income. Because some people won't qualify if they have too high of an income. Okay, and then fourth, you usually have the people who are applying usually have to have no more than $133,000 in assets. Those assets can be a 401k, stocks, bonds, cash in the bank. They do not include your personal home, your car, anything like that. A lot of our people will qualify because they don't have $130,000 in assets.
Okay.
And then was the surviving spouse married to a veteran at the time of their death? And I spoke to you about was the veteran on active duty at the time, at one of those times that I mentioned. Now, unfortunately, National Guard and Reserve members don't qualify for that benefit. And is the applicant, are they trying to stay in their home, for a year or more? This benefit is so that they can get money to get home care and stay in their home.
Let me say this: in-home care is the magic number. It is the magic pill, because there are more people who would love to retain and receive service in their home with the proper care. So that is absolutely right. They say people are healing better. That's why most people say, let me go home. Let me get out this facility, wherever it is, and they want to go home.
Yeah. Now, these questions I answered may sound a little cumbersome, but I work with a company, Care Planning Institute, that provides a service. We work together, and they will, once I get these questions answered, I submit the information to them, and they have VA benefit approved people who work independent of VA. They're not from the VA. They don't, but they are certified to work with the clients to get their benefits, and they will go over all the information and then determine eligibility. I do not determine eligibility. That's a third party that I work with that helps to determine eligibility. Once they determine, yes, this person will be a candidate, they will contact that person themselves also to tell them what the process is. That then you're starting to get the documents. And I have to admit, it can be a process, because you need, if the veteran has passed on, death certificates, if you're marriage certificates, proof of income, the form that you mentioned, proof of their service and the time period that they served, and honorable discharge. So the Care Planning Institute, they get all that information. The veteran and or his family does not have to leave their home. All this is done via phone or Zoom or whatever. The client never has to leave their home, which is a benefit in itself, because sometimes some people are not as mobile as they used to be.
That's correct.
And is at no cost to the veteran or his family.
Well, how about that?
That's the biggie. No cost. No cost. Whether you get approved or not, there's no cost to you.
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to be promoting your services. Let me tell you, you're one smart little lady, Miss Brown. I promise you, you brought a lot of knowledge and education to our program platform. That's what we like to hear. And we want people to have learned something, So if you are a serviceman, man or woman, first of all, we want to say, as always, thank you for your service.
Thank you.
This country is nothing without you. And we have the freedoms that we do. We also want to make sure that you are not afraid and be intimidated about getting help. That's all I can say is the services, you are entitled to this if you qualify.
Yes.
Please call Carolyn Brown, in-home care.
Senior Services.
773-707-5977. We're going to share this through other media outlets that we're connected with. It will soon be on seniortalkmedia.com. She has a commercial that's going to start running real soon. Let me tell you. But if you just want to learn the training aspect of what you shared, Faith,
yes, please call.
Give her a call.
Please.
Some of us are coming back to our churches and congregations, and mind you, we still have disparities still take place. So these things work together. but why not be trained by an expert who can bring empathy and education to your community? I am so lucky to have you with me. Woo, woo, woo.
Well, the pleasure is mine, and I'm lucky to know you as well.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do this, we're going to close out our program, but we do want to thank those who are watching us on Facebook, YouTube, and those who will be listening into the local station in your community. And Ms. Brown, what is your closing remark?
I hope to hear from many of you. I don't make any false promises, but if we can't help you with this, we will try to guide you to the appropriate sources or resources that may be able to help you to get you what you need. If nothing else, you'll come away with more knowledge.
That's what it's
all
all
about. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is very much power, and we appreciate that. So we want to thank our co-host today, Ms. Carolyn Brown of In-Home Care Senior Services. Busy lady, 773-707-5977. And I've been your host, granddaughter in the community, Senior Talk with Claire Hubbard. And we look forward to being in service to you in the near future. God bless you. Tell everyone Senior Talk is on every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Sundays on WOSDradio.com at 10 a.m. Central. And tell Alexa at 10 a.m. on Sunday to play WOSD Radio. And you'll hear me Senior Talk with Clara Hubbard. God bless you all. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
My pleasure.